Welcome back to Breath of the Wild Take 2. We got bombs, we got all 4 spirit orbs, done all 4 shrines in the plateau. Now we can get the paraglider. It's finally time. Warped like I would. You might remember from last step we killed this guardian. That was right here. Now we're going to get paraglider and we're going to get out of here. As far as I know, I've done everything I desire on the plateau. There is that place with the rusty broadsword. I wanted to... Bloody hell. I wanted to do. And of course the Stone Talus. Maybe I can do that after paraglider. Yeah, the pool with the rusty broadsword. That's where I'm going. Yep, and noble. Now, should we get hearts or should we get stamina first? This is more of a question for those that know me and know what I like to have more. For those who've answered hearts, you're correct. I'm getting a heart. Give me a heart. Get up here quickly. Right, for the cutscenes, I will not skip them. There's Meadow in the distance. One of the beasts will be going to. Actually, we can get Meadow first. Really, we don't need Mipha's Grace to beat Windblight.
Well done there, young one. Now then, The time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path. Lo, a century ago, it was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess sent to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight bravely collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That night was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Yes, I do stay quiet for all the dialogue. Others, like Dan and Aaron, would talk right through it, but I find all this, important lore and because I also acknowledge the voices of the people that lent their voices to these characters. Alright, now I said we'd fight the Stone Talus, however, sometimes people neglect the Korok that's on top of the Temple of Time. I thought I'd make that with that last, whatever last hop I have. Yeah, I was hoping for that. Yes, now I have this, we can go back to the Forest of Spirits and I can act out what I said I'd do. I'm not going to leave this plateau until I defeat the Stone Talus. Ugh. It wasn't that far, I think. I mean, it was in its own little grotto. Oh yeah, and also going to the bog to get those chests. It's fire and ice arrows. I'll go back to bombs. I don't know why my nose itches so much. It just does. There's definitely something there, without a doubt. Along the way, we will find our climbing bandana, and then I will seek out the rest of the set. There you are. Alright. I'm gonna start off with the axe. I absolutely know what I'm doing. Alright, I did it. Purple, amber, ruby. A lot of amber in that Stone Talus. Don't worry, there will be rarer stones as we find more. Yes, now we'll be heading out towards Dueling Peaks. Better still, we can warp, go from a long distance. Well, there's always something to do, right? There's always something to do in Breath of the Wild. Whether it's short, long, you know, you just land and you just do what comes naturally. Now, when I started this game, I didn't exactly go from here. I actually went from bombs. I never noticed that. 2, 3, 4. Break their ranks. Oh. Okay. Now, there are ruins, actually. I actually do remember where I landed the first time I played this, and it wasn't here, those flagpoles and this moblin. It was actually more towards where some guys are, bro and sis. Yeah, here. Don't mind that. Tough wheat bread. Yep, I went here first because I'm gonna get the emblazoned shield as well. Just because I wanted to check it out. Yeah, I've got 3 traveler's swords. That's okay. Rusty weapons don't last long. What I did when I first started this game is that I sought out the towers, each individual tower. Alright, and I did not stop. Oh, it's a moblin club. I can use that. Get that moblin club. Just traveler's sword to finish. Thought I heard a Stalgoblin. No. You won't find me anywhere. Promise. The main guideline for me going to Kakariko was looking at the Dueling Peaks Tower. Well, not the tower specifically, but the Dueling Peaks mountain range. Some more arrows, which is awesome. A shrine along the way. And that's wind guides you. Yeah. We must just jump off and do that. A little bit of a there's a more difficult chest to get. I can't consistently get it. That's my issue. And I get a first try, okay. Soldier's Claymore. Well, I do have a Traveler's Sword in my hand, yeah? Yeah, well. That can go. I only need one. Okay, I think there's a good time to end the app. So, next time on Breath of the Wild Take 2, we'll be heading towards the Dueling Peaks Tower, and then to Kakariko. So, until next time, thank you all for watching. Don't mind the mouse. Sounds like I'm cutting something. Thank you for all who have subscribed, and a future thank you for those that do. And I will see you all next time.